As y'all know, the transfer portal has officially opened, man. So we got a 9-day window where we get to see players hit the portal and commit. Another big one has hit the portal. Branson Robinson, formerly of Georgia, played a couple years there, obviously, with the Bulldogs, man. Number 2 running back in the 2022 class. Obviously, he was outstanding in high school. Obviously, a player that's dealt with a lot of injuries over the course of his career, right? A torn patellar tendon rupture, right? And last year dealing with an MCL injury. And then Georgia, obviously, they have a very crowded running back room. We look at the emergence of Nate Frazier last year, even though they had Trevor Etienne Jr., who will be in this NFL draft. He did a lot last year, and he was really good for them. So I think it was just the writing was on the wall. Probably was maybe a third down back potentially for them, probably third in rotation potentially for the Georgia Bulldogs this year. So I think, Robinson obviously seen the writing on the wall and was like, hey, man, let me see what else is out there for me. Now, just in terms of their depth, very loaded for the Georgia Bulldogs, man. When you look at, obviously, we talked about Nate Frazier. We talked about Cash Jones, right? You got to obviously talk about Chauncey Bowers, Bo Walker. And obviously, y'all, I forgot to mention the speedster, Dwight Phillips Jr. He's spectacular. So they got so many guys at the running back room. And Georgia, they always have a platoon. They always have guys coming in and out. So I think that was the difference and why, obviously, Robinson hit the portal. And I think it's a smart decision. And these type of transfer portal decisions, I don't mind because he did 2 years with the program. Unfortunately, was ravaged with injuries. I think rushed for over 400 yards over the course of his 2-year career with the Bulldogs. I don't mind these type of transfers. It makes sense. The writing's on the wall. Let me see what else is out there for me. I did the time. I worked. I grinded. Couldn't stay healthy. Let me see what else is out there for me. Makes a lot of sense. All right, now in terms of his interest, he has early interest in this for some pretty good programs that could use running backs, right? Clemson, they got to replace Phil Maffa, who's going to the NFL draft. How is that going to look for them moving forward, right? They definitely need another back in there. That makes a lot of sense. There, I don't think he will have to be a bell cow. They will have multiple guys that they can rotate in. North Carolina's another one. How do you replace Omarion Hampton, another guy that's going to the NFL draft, right? They're going to need more running back depth as well. He can come in there, get some good time, good minutes, play under head coach Bill Belichick. Makes a lot of sense, right? Colorado desperately, and I mean desperately, needs running backs. You know what I'm saying? So this is a program we've seen the last few years. Their running game is kind of lacked. When you have a guy coming over with a Caden Salter, a freshman quarterback in Juju Lewis, you're going to need a running back to kind of help lesser that load. Colorado makes a lot of sense as well to me. You know what I'm saying? They got a bell cow guy they can get a ball to long as he can stay healthy, right? And then obviously Miami, my Hurricanes. I wouldn't mind bringing them in either. Be another really good depth piece for us and somebody we can get a ball to late in games that can take over and really help us out, man. So makes a lot of sense, man. These are obviously early interests. We'll see where he ends up landing. But all these teams, to me, definitely make sense. So there y'all have it, man. Branson Robinson officially hits the transfer portal. 2 years of eligibility left. Talked about the early interest. Georgia, they're loaded in the backfield, man. Too many guys, too many dudes, man. And sometimes that's just the case, man. But wish him well on his journey, man. And he's moving on. We'll see where he ends up landing. But one of the top running backs in the portal, I think that will come available. At least a top 5 for sure. But Georgia fans, y'all get at me, man. What do y'all guys think of this move from Branson Robinson and him officially leaving and going into the transfer portal?